from an adorable cottage in the Cotswolds where I'm spending 4 nights solo for my birthday, for Christmas, and for the mere fact that I'm alive and life is short. And I have a message for anybody that has thought about traveling solo, but for some reason you are just too afraid, haven't bit the bullet, whatever the reason is. Let me tell you how today went in my solo travel escapades, because when I tell you that I woke up today with zero plan, I am not exaggerating. It was one of the most fantastic days ever. I did not even get out of bed until almost 11 a.m. here. All I decided to do was put in Bibury, which is a really cute village in the Cotswolds that I have never visited before. I figured, you know what, I'll just go there, find a place for lunch. While I was on my way, I could see Broadway Tower in the distance, and I was like, you know what? I know Broadway Tower has a cafe nearby. I'll just stop and get a cappuccino. I get there, and there's all these deer in the fenced-in area, which I completely forgot that they had here. I was there 2 years ago when I saw this. I walk over to the deer area, and then this gentleman comes up in a truck, and he goes in his boots. He's got all this produce that he throws in there in front of all the deer, and they're feeding, and I'm just watching because to me this is like the most interesting thing ever. People are coming and going. I just start asking him questions. He starts talking to me, asking me where I'm from, and then all of a sudden he goes, do you want to come in there with me? Whenever I get into this kind of situation, my answer is always yes. So I'm going into a deer fenced in area with Lewis, and I'm like Snow White in the meadow. I've got Emily coming up and sniffing my hand, the stag walking around looking at me like, does he want to charge me? Maybe not. Finally, I am leaving, Lewis is leaving, and I decide to go get a hot cider, and I got a scone, and I'm just living my best British life. I do a quick little Google search of pubs in Bibury, and there was a list that I found of 6 ones and explaining like what they would be perfect for, and one of them was about charm. I'm all about charm. I go to this pub, I will put the name right here. I had my first ever bangers and mash. I'm leaving Bibury as the sun is about to set. So I thought to myself, you know, it'd be really cool to go look at some Christmas lights tonight because I'm going to be driving in the dark anyway. So I do a quick Google search of Christmas lights in the Cotswolds, and one of the things that comes up at Sudeleycastle, which I have driven by before but I've never been to, has a Christmas light spectacle. All the upcoming tickets look like they're sold out, but tonight there is a time slot open at 5:15. I plug it into my GPS. I can get there at 5 o'clock. I quickly buy the tickets, head over to Sudeleycastle, I get out, and I go on the little light spectacle tour by myself. This place is like Christmas magic, and it has a Sleeping Beauty theme. So they actually had a few real people dressed up as characters from Sleeping Beauty that were on the tour. In the middle of it, you walk into this area where there's like 4 food and drink trucks. I see hot dogs, I see jacket potatoes, which I really wanted to get one, but I wasn't hungry enough. They've got a donuts and hot chocolate cart, and then cider. Naturally, I get a Biscoff hot chocolate and Biscoff donuts, and I go sit down to eat them at this little picnic style table, and this little girl sitting across from me right before I'm about to leave, she goes, excuse me, you're very pretty. I about died. She was so darn cute. She's like probably 9 years old, and she just said it so matter-of-factly, like, I just had to tell you that. She sounded like one of the daughters of Jude Law's character in The Holiday when they meet Cameron Diaz. It was so freaking cute, except I'm not like Cameron Diaz. Now it's 7 o'clock, and I have gotten back to my little cottage in the Cotswolds with the Dutch door and the fireplace and my puzzle, and now I'm about to watch British shows on television and maybe The Holiday and have a great night's sleep. So if you're somebody that has been wanting to take a solo trip, this is what it could be like. Am I lonely? Nope. Am I sad? Absolutely not. Am I completely content, well-fed, well-entertained? Absolutely. So if you need any more inspiration to take a solo trip, please follow me because I will give it to you all the time. Life is too short to keep seeing all these beautiful places on the internet and not going to see them for yourself. Create your own romantic experiences and do it. Because if I can, you can too.